Ava Max.
Hello.
I'm so excited. I've been a fan of yours for a while. I've been following you on Instagram.
Thank you so
much.
For
a good amount of time.
Thank
you.
You
were just talking about this. I was like, I feel like I know everything.
Well, I've been a fan of you, just so you know. We've been Instagram friends for like a minute.
And you know, if you're Instagram friends, it's like official.
Pretty official.
So excited for you, though. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
2018, 2019 have been huge years for you.
Thank you. I'm just excited to release even more music and perform and meet as many of my fans as possible.
I saw today that your face is plastered on Times Square.
That's insane.
How does that feel? What's been like the most awestruck moment for you?
That was such a surprise. Like this morning, I woke up to that, so it was very surreal.
Has there been like one standout moment for you on this journey that's kind of just been like kind of that out-of-body experience where you're like, wow, this is happening.
I think just Sweet But Psycho going #1 in Europe, a lot of places. So it's like, for me, that feels insane. And then going now top 20 in Billboard charts, it's like, it feels surreal.
And that's huge. Yeah. It's like official. Yeah. You're in the top 20 on the Billboard Hot 100. You're at your peak on the pop songs chart, which is #6. What does that mean to you to be charting as an artist who's been hustling in this industry for a long time?
I think it just feels very rewarding, personally, because it's been a long journey. But definitely exciting that I get to share my stories with everybody and also give out positive messages, like so am I as well. So, yeah.
I want to know, because it has been such a whirlwind, I'm sure, what have you like learned most about yourself in this last year, would you say?
Man, patience.
Yes, okay.
Patience is a big thing, I think, especially when we're making songs in the studio all the time and we want to release it like now, but we can't. We have to wait. And my fans are asking for music, so it's just like, you know, it's just that patience that kind of sets in that you really have to learn to cope with. So, yeah.
Well, that's the thing, is like success takes time, you know, and I think that's a lesson for everyone, whatever industry you're in. It's like, sit back, enjoy the ride, and that's definitely what you're doing right now.
Thank you. It's exciting.
When you did write Stupid Psycho, when you're in the studio, do you remember like that moment knowing that song was going to be a big song?
Man, in Sweden, when I went #1 in Sweden, that blew my mind, because going #1 anywhere, I think, is just crazy. And then Norway, then I went to Finland, and then when I went to Europe, it wouldn't stop. And then in London for 4 weeks in a row, which is insane in the UK. So, yeah.
Well, I feel like it's one of those things because you talk to it's half and half. Sometimes you talk to artists and they're like, when I wrote this song, I knew it was going to be a hit. And then you talk to other artists and they're like, honestly, like I wasn't sure. Like, what was
because I've released music before. I mean, this was the first like real release for me personally, with a great team around me, and then everything before was just like a bunch of fun releases. But then again, you never know. Like, I knew the song was special, but I didn't know it was going to catch on the way it did.
And I think that it's funny because, like, when I play, I have so many friends that are obsessed with the song. And it's so relatable. It's one of those things where it's just about kind of...
We all have dualities.
We've all been gaslighted.
Yeah.
We've all been in relationships where it's like we feel like we're misunderstood. Can you take us back to the day when you did write that song and what you wanted fans to get from it?
I've always been like this my entire life. I've always been outspoken. I've always been the girl who's like, if something went wrong in my friends' relationships, I would go crazy on the guy who they were with, and I'd be like, I was that girl who was always like, all right, let me set the record straight here. Like, he's gaslighting you. Like, this is not okay.
So you're the friend to go to for advice.
Yeah.
You're just like, tell it how it is.
I am that friend, and I think it's just because of the way I was raised with my mom. My mom was a very strong woman, and I am Albanian, so maybe it's in my blood. But, yeah.
That's awesome. So I want to know then, speaking of being someone that is so open and honest when it comes to relationships, what is the sweetest thing that you've done, and what's the most psycho thing you've done?
This is a tough one. Man, the sweetest thing I've done is throw a boyfriend surprise party.
Oh, that's
which
great.
I'm not good at those kinds of things. Like, and I did it.
Like
and
planning,
I did it successfully, and so I was just really happy about it. A lot of food, guys, and a lot of invites. That's the tips I can give you on that.
What kind of food, though?
All kinds of food. I had Mediterranean food that day. Like, my mom and I cooked. It was a lot of Mediterranean food. And then the psycho thing is probably, man, there's like some crazy stuff, but I feel like maybe known this guy was cheating on me. and going to a location I knew he was at and
Yes.
seeing him cheat on me and then didn't say anything and then broke up with him when I saw him and told him.
Did you tell him that you saw
Yeah,
him?
and he's like, "You're psychic." And then he's like, "Then why didn't you come up to me?" And I think it's just because I was kind of scared at the time, but then I told him afterwards. So he thought I was psychic, which was funny.
But you always just, you're like, I wanted to know. You
Yeah,
know?
I had to. But people might think that's psycho, but it's okay.
No, girl,
Find
own
out
it.
where that guy is, okay? If you feel like he's cheating.
Your new single, So Am I, obviously. I'm so excited for it. I was talking to Andrew, your publicist, and I was like, I can't wait till it hits radio because I feel like it's going to be such a hit song.
Thank you.
Talk about that being kind of your next single. Why did you choose that song?
I feel like I've always been an outcast all my life. A lot of people in general, I feel like on social media, compare themselves to so many different people on social media and wish they had this body, this hair, anything, right? This bag she's wearing. So for this, it's just about embracing where you come from and you and your own skin and being proud of who you are and not fitting into any format. So yeah.
What's been kind of like the best feedback you've gotten from it? Because I feel like it is a song that will make so many people not feel alone.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I've gotten so many messages of stories of how my fans have felt like it's really helped them in school and also with just feeling alone in the sense like maybe they're new to the school and they feel happy about being different. So yeah.
What's your advice? What's your advice to kids maybe that are struggling with kind of feeling like they fit in?
I think just own it. Like, be you. I mean, in school, there's everyone's trying to discover themselves, And even as adults, we're all trying to discover ourselves.
Still,
yeah,
man, girl.
Yeah. It took me so long to even have this confidence. So I feel like it's a process. Yeah.
Well, obviously, you've given us a taste of the music that with these two singles, and you've released other music as well. But talk about this album that you're working on right now, because you've been working on it for 2+ years. What can fans expect with it?
It's definitely a lot of pop anthemic anthems on it, but it also has some wild cards as well. So, yeah, a lot of empowering songs.
What do you mean when you say wild cards?
Like some songs that maybe fans don't expect me to be singing or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, how about this? If the album had to tell a story from like beginning to end, what would be like the story that it's kind of telling?
It goes from sweet to psycho for sure.
Okay. All right. Keeping in the theme. I like that. Yeah. What was the most challenging part about making this album?
Again, patience. I just want to put it all out right now.
Yeah. How about like a moment from the studio that kind of has been that moment, and maybe it hasn't happened yet, but something that like you remember just sitting in the studio and being like, okay, it's all coming together. I'm excited about this.
I feel like recently that we were just finishing up the album and just listening to all the songs from number 1 to the last one. It's like, wow, we created like such kind of work of art. It's insane. So, and so many people helped with it, and I have such an amazing team, and it's incredible.
Do you have a release date yet for it?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
I promise I will tell you guys as soon as I know.
Do you feel like it's done yet, or are you still kind of?
It's pretty much
songs?
there.
Okay.
I don't want to share too much, but I promise it's coming out this year.
Can you share maybe like a lyric from it that you want to tease, or something that like you hold from a song that you?
In a couple weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, I promise. I promise. I'm an open book. I almost said it. Don't push me. No, I'm just kidding.
I know.
I will say it. I will say it.
So.
No.
But no, fans are just excited, obviously. So
no,
it's
I want to
cool.
share. Trust me. It's very, very soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's awesome. That's so exciting, though. So much stuff to look forward to. I love that BB Rexa tweeted you recently saying that she wants to collab with you. Have you guys talked at all? Any
not much since that, but yeah, she's my Albanian sister in a way. Like her, Dua Lipa, Rita Ora. It's so dope.
On this album, do you have any collabs?
No collabs on the album. No.
I feel like that makes sense with your debut. You probably just want it to be.
And not saying there's not going to be any features this year, but on the album, it's pretty much like an autobiography. So.
Okay, cool. And then as far as collabs go, who's the first person you'd want to collab with? Who's an artist that you've always looked up to? That you'd love to work with?
Definitely Post Malone.
Okay.
I love his style. He's just so
super
dope and unique, and I love his voice.
I love that your music is like all about girl power and, like you said, girl power anthems. What's your thought on women supporting other women in this industry? Because I feel like sometimes we're pitted against each other, and it's really awful. And I feel like having someone like you that is such a good role model, I'd love to hear your take on that.
I think for me personally, I'm always going to write songs about, just unifying and just bringing everyone together, because that's how I've always been naturally. Like, I'm a people person. Like, I love people, and for female empowerment, for me personally, it's so important, because now in this day and age, it's important to speak up, especially with everything going on in the world. Just really just own up to everything that you see. And if you see someone being left out, I guess, like, for instance, in a girl group, or even like in school, like kids in school, like, bring her into your circle. Like, don't let her like feel lonely, you know, just empower people in general.
Has there been any female artists in the industry that have reached out to you that have kind of made you feel included at the stage, or maybe someone that has
I've been stuck in the studio for so long, so I've been kind of in my own little like zone, but everyone's been so sweet. Rita Ora has been amazing. Awesome. She spoke about me in an interview, and that freaked me out because I love her. So yeah, she's been incredible.
Was it like a surreal moment of like, you know who I am? I listen to
your
stuff.
I'm like
that's gotta be so.
I'm like, yep, I'm the psycho girl, I guess.
I love that you refer to yourself as a psycho girl.
I mean,
but you're also very sweet. See, the both sides, sweet and psycho. And psycho's not a bad thing, because we all have a little psycho in us.
Yes,
let's be honest.
That is true.
You're gonna be on Ellen soon, which is very exciting.
Yes.
What's something in 2019, like the Ellen Show? I know a lot of artists, that's like a goal for them. What's something else that you're hoping to accomplish in 2019?
I think for me, performing a lot, headline show.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about it. Just performing and releasing the album.
Of course. It's a big one.
I know. It's a big year. Yeah.
Is there like a certain festival that you've always dreamed of playing that one day you hope to play, or like an award show?
Lollapalooza.
Okay.
Definitely. And then also, maybe there's so many. Coachella next year, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. There's just so many.
Okay. Awesome.
All of them.
Yeah. And it will happen. I believe it. I know it. All right, it's Friday, so we're going to do a fun little game. I was trying to think of, I was like, we're going to do a hot seat, but like, how can I make it Friday? And it's Flash Friday, Fire Hot Seat. Doesn't really make sense, but it's just going to be fun. Okay?
I like it.
All right, so getting to know you a little bit more. So, what is your go-to comfort food?
I just had Cheetos. I'll say Cheetos.
Okay. Flaming hot or?
No, regular.
Classic. But that's hard, though, because then sometimes it, like, dyes your fingers, and so you have to, like, be careful. Clean hands. How about your most prized possession?
I have a memory box of, like, little things, like a piano trophy I won during piano competition when I was little. Like, little stuff that I keep before, like, I was, like, turned 13, I guess.
Do you have it out here in LA with you, or is it?
Yeah, it's like a little memory box, and it smells a certain way too, like of like this like old like little perfume I used to wear.
Isn't that crazy how certain smells can just like take you back?
I'm like, okay, memory lane.
That's awesome. How about, what was your first album that you've ever purchased?
Hit Me Baby One More Time.
Britney.
But then Greatest Hits. I don't know which one was first. I can't remember now. Mariah Carey, Greatest Hits.
Oh, okay.
Shania Twain. Oof, there's a few.
I don't know. Well, those are all good. All strong females.
Britney. Yeah.
Sweet or salty?
Sweet.
Okay. Guilty pleasure TV show?
Big Little Lies.
Okay.
I love Nicole Kidman and Reese Witherspoon.
So good.
Yeah.
What's the time of day that you're most inspired?
Nighttime.
Like what time? Like after midnight?
Like 11 p.m.
Oh, wow.
I don't know why.
So you stay up pretty late?
Oh, yeah. I stay up late and wake up late if I'm lucky.
You're like, if I have time to sleep in, I'll do it.
Yeah.
How about most embarrassing moment?
Oh my gosh. No, actually, I'm trying to think. So I did a lot of singing competitions and talent shows growing up. And on stage, there's footage of me saying, I almost peed my pants in front of so many people when I was 10 years old. And my mom just, like, keeps playing that footage over and over again to show me how embarrassing that was for me and my whole family. She's like, did you actually? I'm like, no, but I almost did.
That's so cute.
Might surface one day.
Last time you cried and why?
Cried. Let's just stare. I think I know. I really can't remember. Maybe watching a movie, but like I just don't remember which movie. A movie. We'll say a movie.
Okay. Are you a crier at movies?
Sometimes, like when it has to do with like illness, like it really gets to me. Ah, gosh.
See, I'm like what gets to me always? It's like dad-daughter relationships. Yeah. I always, for some reason, get emotional about that. If you could live in another artist's shoes for a day, who would you choose?
Ooh, I'm going to say Cardi B.
Cardi B.
Because she's legit.
That is someone that you need to collab with.
I like Cardi.
Can we make that happen?
Hello, I love you.
2019, Cardi, if you're watching this, because you know what? She could be.
Hi. Hello, Cardi.
Hey, you are. Go-to karaoke song?
I want to dance with somebody. What do you say?
Oh, so good.
So good.
So good.
Classic.
Oh, yeah. Celebrity crush?
Growing up, it was Channing Tatum. But yeah.
I was going to say he's single now, but I don't think he is, actually.
I
He's
mean,
dating Jessie J.
Oh, that's awesome. But he was my childhood crush. I don't have a crush right now.
It was because of the dance movie.
Oh, that's what it
right?
was. Because I love.
Was it Step Up? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
So what is your secret talent?
I can do a really crazy back bend. I'm pretty flexible.
Okay. Do you do like yoga?
No, actually, when I do yoga, I'm too flexible, so I can't do it.
Really?
I have to like strengthen my back.
That's so.
Isn't that funny? I'm like the opposite.
Like very bendy.
Yeah.
What is your quote to live by?
Oh gosh, I have so many. You can have your cake and eat it too.
You can or can't?
You can.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
And then lastly, what is your go-to dance move? Like celebration dance move?
Basically twerk.
Like a full-on twerk.
Full-on twerk.
Like upside down twerk?
Like no.
Like,
no. No, upside down. I should try that though, but no.
I feel like you might as well.
Or maybe I shouldn't.
But if you do, please record it because that would be great.
Okay, I promise I will.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you.
I'm really excited because you're about to perform a few songs for us in a little bit. I just heard you rehearsing, doing sound check, and she's incredible. So make sure you guys stick around because we will be right back, and Ava Max will perform for you. See ya.
Hey guys, it's Ava Max, and I'm here with Billboard live. Thank you so much for being here today. Mwah. Oh, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. At night she's screaming on my mind. Oh, she's hot but a psycho, so left but she's right though. At night she's screaming on my mind. She'll make you curse, but she a blessing. She'll rip your shirt within a second. You'll be coming back for seconds with your plate. You just can't help it, no. You'll play along, let her lead you on. You be saying no, then saying yes, 'cause she messing with your head. Oh, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. At night she's screaming on my mind. Oh, she's hot but a psycho, so left but she's right though. At night she's screaming on my mind. Grab a cop, gun kinda crazy. She's poison but tasty. Yeah, people say run, don't walk away, 'cause she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. On my mind. See, someone said don't drink her potions. She'll kiss your neck with no emotions. When she's mean, you know you love it, 'cause she tastes so sweet. Don't sugarcoat it, no. You'll play along, let her lead you on. You be saying no, then saying yes, 'cause she messing with you. Oh, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. At night she's screaming on my mind. Oh, she's hot but a psycho, so left but she's right though. At night she's screaming on my mind. Grab a cop, gun kinda crazy. She's poison but tasty. Yeah, people say run, don't walk away, 'cause she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. On my mind. You're just like me, you're out your mind. I know it's strange, we're both the crazy kind. You're telling me that I'm insane, boy, don't pretend that you don't love the pain. kinda crazy. She's poison but tasty. Yeah, people say run, don't walk away. Oh yeah, I'm on my mind.